now is the time to exchange, it's the time of question, answer, calling, answering. This practice is alive, so let's make it alive. Okay.
So someone was talking about letting go, but when we're having relationships with people, I mean, a lot of things can happen. I mean, relationships are very complex. So, I mean, when do you know to just take a break from it and let it go for a while? But then, I mean, sometimes when I do that, then it's like something's really bothering me, and I have to really talk to that person. So, if these conflicts don't get resolved, then they would just be, water and bridge, and things wouldn't get, maybe the relationship wouldn't move forward. So, what do you recommend in terms of like how to apply, our practice to relationships?
Yeah. Return to yourself. If something is bothering you, you will not find a solution outside. First, you need to know what is bothering me. So look at yourself. This is also our practice. Make it more light and more bright within yourself first. Sometimes it's just good enough. You don't need to bother other people. But if it's still not clear, then with this brightness and lightness, you can communicate to the other person. But with emotions and some opinion and the eyes there, usually when I is present, it really makes things more complicated. So if you really want to have a smooth relationship with people, then you go from this place when you care. If you care about the other person, then you will be able to solve any problem, any conflict, any dilemma without doubt. But when you come to a person and you hold onto your opinion, your feelings, your emotions, your thinking, for sure there will be no communication, because the other person has the same baggage. My point of view, my idea, my expectation, and that's it. There's no way the two people meet. So look at yourself. What is bothering you? I had this. Was the one man in my sangha in Poland, and I felt a lot of resentment and some strong emotions, some negative emotions towards him. So I didn't talk to him. I remember I went to Korea. That was so strong. I couldn't work with that. I couldn't just let go. It's easy, very easy to say. Put it all down. It's a great teaching. It's a wonderful teaching. Put it all down. So in Sansunim, every time you ask him, some question, I would ask him, I have a problem with my husband. He would just say, put it all down. Yes, sir. But then I would be like, okay, what should I do? How to do it? It's a great idea, but how to do it? So with this person, he was in the sangha. It was an important person in the sangha, and I had to I had to work with him, I have to be with him, I have to face him, I have to communicate with him, and I couldn't, I'm an honest person, I couldn't just pretend everything is fine. I have no problem, we are good friends, we are Dharma brothers and sisters, you know, I couldn't do it. So I decided, okay, I go to Korea, I sit Kyorcha, and I sit with this question, what's going on? What is this? Why I have this resentment and these strong emotions and feelings towards this person? It's usually when you pick, it's funny, our mind picks just one person and projects all the heavy feelings and you know, resentment and prejudice and all your paranoia and you know, neurosis, you project onto this one person. You pick, in the Sangha, usually pick one person. And it's all his fault. So, whatever is happening, it's all his fault. He is not good. I have problem because of him. He's not good. So I had that towards this person, and I sat and I was like, what is this? What is this? And it's interesting how this process works, because more you are focused and more you observe, more you're looking into, it's eventually nothing, you know, there's no understanding about that, because there is nothing to understand. But the more you look at this, the weaker it becomes, this block, this resentment. It gets weaker and weaker and weaker, and slowly feathers away. Am I saying it right? Feathers away.
Feeders away, yeah.
Very difficult. Yeah, it happened like that. It took me a month of sitting Kyorcha looking at this. What is this? What is this? I don't want this feeling. And it's just Kyorcha and I was like free. It's like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. And since then I have no problem. Yeah, so talking and discussing and analyzing, it's useless, just wasting energy. In terms of human emotions and feelings, of course. It's just useless. You will, you know, more you talk with somebody, more you're trying to come to understanding, then more complicated it becomes. This is my experience of my life. So look at yourself, look at this, what is this? And it takes time. We don't like that, because we like fast, quick, easy solution. Put it all down, poof, right away. But it doesn't work like that. It's a process. We don't like to process it. It's not like clicking, boom, boom, okay, this, that. So we don't like that, but there's no other way. If you really want to put it down, you need to process. You need to look at this. It's like looking at some movie for 500 times. And finally, if you watched it 500 times, and finally, okay, we are able to really put it down. And it doesn't bother you anymore.
If you have practiced for many years, which I have, what happens when a big emotion comes to you, like, let's say a death or some very big emotional event?
Sure.
You still remain clear, but how does that work? How do you stay clear when a big traumatic emotion hits you?
Yeah, you just accept it, you know. After many years of practice, of course it happens. I have two difficult sons. They are a great source of emotions. So, they come and I accept, okay, there is this problem. And I feel strong emotion. Usually we struggle. The biggest problem is we don't like things as they are. We struggle. We don't want to admit there is some problem. I need to look at this. What shall I do? What can I do? And only breathing. Sometimes you can't sleep because this emotion, this problem is so strong. So use it. We say you can use anything. Strong emotion, just use it. Have strong emotion, just trying to really breathe. It's a very, very good, very easy way to come down. You have this exercise. You can put your hands on your belly and only feel your tension. That is our center. Feel your tension and breathing in, breathing out. The belly is moving, and just pay attention there. Then, thinking, emotions, feelings, they all come down, 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 automatically down here. And you keep clear. The point is to keep clear, not to panic, not to go crazy. Just keep clear. Okay, this is the problem. What shall we do? What can we do about that? It's like a conga, yeah? And it's also my experience, this conga, and then, sometimes it takes a while. It's not like, you wish, you go for an interview, you have this conga, you have the question, and you answer right away. It's a good feeling. Oh, I'm good. Ego is very happy. But most of the time, it's the same as going to interview. You have this konga and you face a konga. You don't know. Same with life kongas. You have this strong emotion, some problem, some obstacle. Then don't know. Only don't know. Not much thinking. I don't believe in thinking anymore. I don't believe the solution comes from my thinking, analyzing, searching on the internet. I don't believe that. It's after almost 40 years of practice, you believe only in don't know. You believe in yourself. You believe you have all this wisdom. You can find the answer in it, inside. We all have. For many years we don't believe it. That is the difference. After 40 years of practice, finally you believe it. Yeah, so it's important to face it. Have strong emotions, problem. Just face it. Don't look for, this is somebody's fault, or suppress it. Suppression doesn't work, as we know. So first step is really face it. Then you can deal with it. And you can. There is always some way. There's always some way. It's like we have this impossible question, impossible konga. Many of them. They sound like impossible. One of them is the man up at the tree, and his hands are tied and his legs are tied and bound, and he's only. At least I can use my stick. Finally. He's hanging like this. just holding the branch. Then someone asks him, why did Bodhidharma come to China? It's a famous question, but this question truly is about what is life, what is truth. So the Kongan question is, how do you stay alive? Possible situation. But there's an answer. Of course, very simple answer. Most simple, it's too simple, and so we cannot see for a long time. Actually, it's not that we cannot see. We see it right away, but we don't believe it. No, this cannot be. It's too simple. That is our approach, the common approach. In life, exactly the same. We should see the simple at first, very soon. The answer comes from our before thinking. But we don't believe it. No, it cannot be. So we look far away. And finally, looking far away. And finally we come. So often people say, this was like my first answer. It's so interesting. It was the first thing came into my mind. That, yeah, that's right, but you didn't believe it. So our mind is very interesting. Any other questions?
There's somebody there. There's somebody there. Behind Mark.
Hi. I was wondering how one should, if you had any advice on balancing your practice with a career. I feel like many jobs in the Western world are in some ways designed to take you out of the present moment and always keep you thinking about making more money or climbing some sort of ladder, and naturally remove you from areas of life like the Sangha that are spiritual centers that keep you focused on the present moment. So in your experience, I was wondering how one balances a career and being present.
So my case is a bit different because my whole life is Dharma. I used to be a dancer, but that was like in my past life. So since I remember, I was just living in Zen Center for 30 years and just be involved with Sangha, with Dharma, with practice, with So that was my case. Is a little different than other teachers even. But what it could help you is like we always say moment to moment. So if you are in the, whatever you're doing, if you are in Zen Center, you're doing your job in Zen Center. You are at your work, you're doing your job. You don't think about Zen Center, you don't think about meditation. You're just doing your job. When you are with people and you talk to them and you interact, then you only with them, only interaction. So moment to moment. The problem is that quite often, when you are with somebody, then you are thinking about your job. Or when you are at your job, you're thinking about meditation. And it's so, the problem is we never, at the moment, really. because of that, the life goes by. So what we learn after years of meditation, we learn that meditation is not limited, practice is not limited to sitting on the cushion. The whole world is like a big, huge Dharma room. So wherever you are, you're just paying attention. You're just becoming one, talking to somebody. You're becoming one with this person. Nothing else exists in that moment. There is no past, there is no future. We cannot do anything about past. Also, we cannot do nothing about the future. You can only do something in this moment. So finally, after years of meditation, you are able to really be alive in this moment, talking to somebody, become one. Nothing else exists. Or being aware, you're just doing it. You're not, it's the ego which always messes up. You're at work, and then this mind always comes. Oh, I don't like this work. I don't like these people. I don't like my boss. I wish I would be somewhere else. I wish I would be this. Or you're thinking about some problem, thinking about your girlfriend, or your family, or your children. And because of that, there is always, you never have this feeling of completeness, being with the moment, being completely in the moment. So we practice, we train this mind. This mind is like a, very fast horse. It goes very fast. It does everything to jump into next moment. So it requires a lot of work, a lot of training. Return, stop, now. And it's just training and training and training, and finally it's there, you're there. Even if you don't like whatever is happening, you just, okay, this is not the best time, but you're there anyway. It's not always wonderful, it's not always easy, but you're just experiencing whatever it is, without rejecting, without grasping, oh, it's so great, I want this forever. No, you already know about impermanence. You cannot hold on to anything. So there's no attachment. Desires, they come from memory of pleasure. You don't care about the memory, then there is just this moment. If it's nice, oh, wonderful, thank you. Then you feel grateful, you feel gratitude. This is important. You feel gratitude, okay, oh, so great, thank you. It's really nice. Yesterday we lie down on the beach. It's very nice. The sun, the breeze, the sound of the ocean. Just a wonderful moment. Just wow. But, yeah, it's just a moment. So grateful. Oh, thank you very much. I just felt gratitude for being there. But then it was over, time to go back. Now it feels like a dream. Yesterday, beach. No, that's a dream. Feels like a dream. Only now feels real. Yeah.
So I get that concept, and yet this, the the sense of memory, if you don't have any memory, does it mean that you're enlightened? I'm thinking about a situation where somebody might have Alzheimer's, and then you interact with the person and they don't recognize who you are. And I mean, we hear a lot of times, loved ones, like, that's really painful because they don't recognize their own children at some point, or they don't remember just what happened just now, but they're really actually just in the moment. So from that perspective, we should welcome suffering from Alzheimer's,
Oh, no, that's, Alzheimer's is a sickness. We practice to become really healthy mind. Awakened mind is conscious mind. So you cannot even compare, being in the moment with Alzheimer. We don't know. Nobody knows until you have this terrible sickness. Nobody knows what's going on. What is in this sick, very sick mind. We don't know.
So is it memories are okay? It's just like we shouldn't be attached to them?
Well, anything is okay. Memory is okay. The feeling is okay. Thinking is okay. Just, the hindrance is attachment. Attachment to memory. Attachment to thinking. Sung San Sunim, he would say, cut off all thinking. But what he truly means is not to cut off all thinking, because he knows you cannot do that, but to cut off attachment to thinking. And of course, it's like let's say knife. Knife is not good, not bad, right? But knife in the hands of some bad person can be used in one way, and knife in the hands of a great chief can be used in another way. We have all these tools, and it's only a matter how do we use them. And what is the purpose? What is the reason? What is the meaning? What is the direction?
I've often been curious about that word direction.
Mm-hmm.
I think it can mean different things. Like, there's, I think, this idea of save all beings from suffering is a great direction, but it seems like you can't do that until you also do that and point that inward and save take care of yourself, or be unstuck from your problem, or like you said, the tools, but I don't know if I have a real question. Direction seems a little bigger than tools. It's like, take what you know and keep going, or keep working, practicing, or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, the direction is a big thing. Direction is a faith. Is caring for yourself and caring for others, caring of this world. Caring of your mind, becoming stronger and becoming wider and seeing things from a wider perspective, not seeing things in a narrow way. That's all direction. So It's a question about what do you really want in this life? What do you really care about? There's so many important things in this life, but what is most important? So direction is not to slip those questions away. Just keep asking. They're not kind of uncomfortable questions. We don't want to go back to them. But with the question, you have the direction. It's, people are into achieving something and they want something is like it happens right away, very soon. But if you have really clear direction, if you care about your mind being strong and clear, and so you are able to really take care of your life, and then you are able to take care of others, and so many things. And if you have this direction, then truly time and space does not exist. Doesn't matter, losing this body, next life, continue. So it's not a matter of achieving something very fast. It's a matter of just continuing. Keep looking, keep asking. Don't have this mind of, okay, I know what I should know and that's it. I understand. I know who I am, I know what this work is all about, and this is it. Yeah, so in my understanding, this is direction. It's probably the most important thing to keep this direction going, to keep your practice alive. So to keep your practice alive, it truly means to be alive. It's like this man hanging on a tree. How do you stay alive? This kongan is maybe one of the most wonderful, most important kongans, because it's a life kongan. It's always, any moment, how do you stay alive? How do you stay awake? How do you stay conscious? How do you stay caring? How do you not fall into dreams? How do you free yourself from conditioning? So in order to see who you truly are, because who we truly are is you cannot even imagine that. You cannot even think about that. It's so beyond our idea and our image. And only if you have this question, alive, how do you stay alive? You communicate, you connect with that. To me, this is the most important and most wonderful and most interesting thing in this life. Everything else is impermanence. Impermanent, coming, going, coming, going. Okay. So, thank you very much for coming, and please come again.
Thank you both very much for your